Hey Summit County, lifts are still turning, but spring has definitely sprung here in the high country. That means we're getting ready for yet another wild summer in the real estate market, and you may be asking yourself, what have inflation, rising mortgage interest rates, and relatively low inventory meant to the real estate market? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to walk you through my 3 key takeaways from the first quarter of 2023, our Summit County real estate market update. How you doing? It's Pete Deininger with the Breck Life Group right here in Breckenridge, and today I'm going to walk you through recent developments in our Summit County real estate market. It's always good to look at recent history so that we can better predict what might happen in the near future. But before we get started, we have been having a bunch of people calling and texting us with questions about buying and selling in Summit County. So if you've got questions, please don't hesitate, give us a call, send a text. We are here to help, and we'd love to be your guide as you consider buying or selling real estate in Summit County. All right, let's move on to my top 3 takeaways from the first quarter. Okay, we're going to look back at the first quarter of 2023 and make comparisons to the first quarter of 2022. And the first thing we're going to look at today, we're going to start with number of transactions. It's always really good to get a sense of how is the market pacing, what is demand in the marketplace. In the first quarter of this year, the number of transactions were down 18% over last year. That's not a surprise. For the last 3 years, I've been reporting that numbers of transactions are down, but what's surprising this time is that the dollar volume resulting from those transactions is down by an even greater percentage. So I'll explain. In the last 3 years, we've seen the number of transactions be less than the last time period, but the dollar volume resulting from those sales has been higher than the previous period. And what that means is that average sales prices have been increasing for what we'll call the pandemic years, 20, 21, and 22. For the first time in 3 years, we've seen number of transactions fall by 18%, but the dollar volume resulting from those transactions is off 25%, which means that our average sales price is down slightly compared to last year. And this is really a new development as our market is balancing, I would say. So for buyers, this is actually a really good thing. It means that for the first time in 3 years, you have a little bit of negotiating power, and you're probably not going to be met with competing offers when you find the perfect home for you. Let's check out the second takeaway. All right, the second item I wanted to look at is the days on market, or the average time it takes to sell a property here in Summit County. And for the last handful of years, we've seen the days on market be very, very low, well below 30 days on average. And so this year, 2023, compared to the same period last year, we've seen an actual more than doubling in the time it takes to sell a property. We went from 23 days last year in the first quarter to more than 55 days this year. So buyers are being patient. We would call it a confused market, if you will, and that's just because mortgage interest rates have caused people to slow down on their purchases as their payments are higher for the same price property. But if you're a seller, this is not terrible news. We're still seeing at 55 days on average, there's still a path for you to list, market, and sell your property and be sold in under 2 months. So that is still a great takeaway if you're thinking of selling this summer here in Summit County. And the third key takeaway was number of new listings to hit the market in the first quarter, or what we would call inventory, new inventory to the market. We were 132 fewer new listings this year compared to last year, which is a 31% reduction. That's significant to have 1/3 or nearly 1/3 fewer properties come to market this quarter than we did last year. And that's on top of last year was 15% fewer than the previous year. So we're seeing fewer and fewer sellers list their properties, and ultimately it's because Summit County is an amazing place to live and vacation. If you're thinking of buying, it can still be an amazing place for a buy and hold opportunity. You know what this area affords for you as lifestyle. So if you're thinking of buying, don't keep your dreams on hold. Well, that wraps up my 3 key takeaways for the Summit County real estate market update first quarter 2023. I'm sure you may have questions. Don't hesitate. Give us a call, send a text, send an email. We are always here to guide you through the process, or even just conducting research. If you have questions about what's the value of my Summit County property today, we would be happy to offer for you a free market analysis. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.